something. And the doctor said to take this pill. You'll feel much better when you wake up numb and your face has been severed. And your heartbeat won't be based on the weather when you sell your soul to me. Took your joy, your peace, your pleasure, and I left you with one face forever. You won't hurt anymore. Be careful what you wish for. Okay. I don't think my chat is working. Oh, but the audio is. That's beautiful. I love to hear it. So we are back. Oh my gosh, I'm back again. Because I believe this is how you actually enter into, what's it called? Oh shoot, what was the name of this place? Gorias. I needed something. Meow 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 meow. Lemon. The only food cats ask for by name. I wonder if that works because I had to reset the chat. Okay, yeah, that works. Oh my gosh, I'm back again. Becky's back, so tell a friend. And hello, Lemon. Hello, Brony. How are we? Beautiful. Chat is working now. We love to see that. But every time I touch my phone now, the screen changes to purple for a second. I'm doing fantastic. We're about to enter the city of Gorias. We need to talk to Aine and Delga, right? Where are they? I guess they're over here. Because that's where the marker is. I'm actually going to switch it to party chat so that I don't see any conversation in the bar. Where's what chat? Both Twitch and YouTube and also Kick are on the side of my screen right now. That's where I like to have my chat because I only have one monitor. I would love a little like small screen where I can put the chat, but I don't have anything like that. So I just put it in the corner. Is it down here? Looks like it. It ain't there. Oh shoot, you're right. Oh shoot. Ow! Dang it. I just dropped my phone. That's why the screen turns purple. Let me see if I can fix the chat. That should be a widget, right? So it should be somewhere. I'm highlighting. We'll find it. Here? It should be here. Let's see what's going on with that. And the doctor said to take this pill, you'll feel much better. When you wake up numb and your face has been severed and your heartbeat won't be based on the weather. When you sell your soul to me. Took your joy, your pain, your pleasure, and I left you. That didn't work either. Can someone talk? Oh, it worked! Okay, so I guess it's gonna be here for now. But wait. This one should work. The one that's already cropped right. Let's try to fix it. 400, 600. 8675309. What was the number I was saying? I forgot what number it was. I got an idea. We're gonna get rid of that chat. And we're gonna put another widget. We're gonna put another chat widget, and it's gonna be this one. And I'm gonna hope it works. Someone speak. Hello. The Heim is like, what? Is it working? Did it work? No! I see chat's it's typing, but the chat on the screen is not working. I don't really know why, if I'm being completely honest. I'm gonna delete that one. And I guess we gotta make a new one. I don't know what happened because I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. So it should have worked. And was it 400? 600? I think so. I named it chat 3, but there's no chat 2. Oh shoot. Is it working? And hello, Jose. How you doing? Oh, please work. Please work. Yes, it works. What happened since yesterday? Nothing. That's the weird thing. It should have worked. I needed something. Oh shoot, I hate it when the screen turns purple. But it's on my own fault that it turns purple because I was the one who dropped it. I guess I'll need to repair this phone because I fixed it wrong to begin with and I damaged the screen. Maybe I could get a replacement screen. Because the only one I really care is the screen digitizer. I don't really care that the LCD screen is broken because it only puts like a bar, but I need to protect the remainder of the screen. I don't know. Oh well, but it's fine for now, so I don't care. I needed something. Wait, can I cover chat? I can. I'm in front of chat. That's kind of funny. But it's nice to see everyone here. Thank you so much for sticking with this. So where we left off was that we just beat up, what's her name? Foinse? Where's Aina and Delga? They're not here. You walk over to the area where Aina and Delga are investigating and overhear them talking to each other. Where? Where? Oh, over there! I was like, what? Ant chat is back! Yeah! Oh my gosh, I'm back again! Lemon's back, so tell a friend. Honestly, Delga, without your help, I'm pretty sure we'd still be huddled up outside the gate like a lost gaggle of ducklings. Don't flatter her, because we would have gone in anyway. We've been trying to get in. No one knew what to make of it, and with the state of Dumbarton, we all thought it was too dangerous to approach. And I'm doing fantastic, Lemon. How are you? You don't know how much help it was when you managed to confirm it was similar to the gates of Murias. I appreciate it. Thanks are unnecessary. Well, no, you should always be thankful. I guess I'm the one that's a little bit too harsh with Aina, because yeah, I guess it was nice that Delga was there. I did what I did in order to stop Finda's fate. Our goals were aligned. That was a coincidence. Good trying to stay cold. I know, I feel you. I really do. You never change, but I'm gonna thank you anyway. For that and for agreeing to come to Gorias with us. You've been a great help. In that case, if you insist, I will accept your thanks. It's good to be of use. I feel kind of bad. Huh? You must have made a noise since Delga and Aina both turned to look at you. Me and my little pool flutie. I can't pronounce. Pool floaty. Oh, how long have you been standing there? You could have said something. Did you find anything? Anything door-like? Delga's being a little bit too suspicious because I didn't catch them talking about anything weird. It was just like, thank you. You know? No, nothing. Too bad. We haven't turned up anything either. Nothing useful, at least. Aina is the only one handling this situation correctly. Because why eavesdrop on that conversation? And then why be weird at a conversation about saying thank you? Everything's so worn down from the elements. It's hard to really get a sense of what this place used to look like. So we can continue to be... Well, we're not done looking yet. There's gotta be something. Come find us if you see anything. It sounds like Aina and Delga are coming up empty so far. Go see how Declan and Thefra are doing. Imagine if the conversation with Declan and Sephra is like him yelling, like one of them yelling at the other person. Okay, so they're there. When you walk over to the area Declan and Sephra are investigating, you overhear them talking to each other. I don't get what she's doing. Why is she okay with hanging around us now? I never understand what she's thinking. But you were so patient with me when I was going through a rough time. What's different about this? Well, no, Declan, because Sephra was outright gonna choose us if you had actually went through with betraying us. Because remember in Murias? There was a part where Sephra genuinely thought that Declan was going to betray us. But Declan had no intention of doing that. And then he told me, because he was like, you know, he was gonna like, he was giving me hints so that I wouldn't be caught unaware if Declan planned to betray me. So, Declan just didn't see that Sephra was plotting. I'm not sure. It just feels somehow like everything is about to boil over. Or maybe that's just me. I really don't know. I don't know what this is. Why does that pop up on the screen? Huh? Sephra, I think if you can, it would be good to try not to worry about Delga so much. I know she's harder to read than a book that's glued shut, but lol, a book that's harder. She's harder to read than a book that's glued shut. I also know she's changed since we fought. That's obvious. And thank you so much for the hydrate. I appreciate it. I actually have water. Water. I had a nice sip. Seems to me like everything that's happened might be weighing on her just as heavily as it is on us. So, I think for now, I'm just gonna stand by and watch. See where she lands. H2O, exactly. Just add water. Just don't know that there's much use in making things more complicated than that. I just don't know why now, of all times. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of Overblot, because I don't know if any of you know Twisted Wonderland, but every chapter, there's somebody who overblots, which is basically they used too much magic at once. So then the crystal that they use to activate their magic powers, simply stated, it gets corrupted, and then they get corrupted. And then they have like a whole breakdown scene. And it feels like that. Like, we're about to see Sephra overblot. I don't know why now, of all times. Huh? You must have made a noise since Delga and Aine both turned to look at you. Delga and Aine? Over there? Not Sephra and Declan? Not Sephra and Declan? That's the second typo. Oh. We should get back to work. You're checking in on our progress? Well, let me tell you, we have a big fat nothing. What about you? Any luck? I found nothing. Ah, dang it. Had a feeling that's what you'd say. Trying to find a place this big, there would have been something to find. But hey, I've been wrong before. I don't like these places. Murias put me ill at ease, and I get the same feeling here. This place was obviously abandoned ages ago. You'd expect a thick layer of dust covering everything, maybe some moss on the walls or weeds sprouting from the cracks, but this place has none of that. Why in the world is it so clean? It almost feels like time itself doesn't exist here. It makes me feel itchy. Yeah, it's not fun. But we have to keep going. Right now, we've got no idea about how to shut that gate. Yes, I know that. I'll just be over there, looking around. It doesn't sound like Declan and Sephra found anything either. You might as well go over your own area again, just in case you missed anything. So dance the dance, so we never had a chance. I can spin faster when Rudo's here. Oh, shoot. It's funny. You carefully sift through the sift through the rubble and examine the broken walls and floors, but all you can find is crumbling stonework and the occasional blade of grass poking through. Among the ruins of the city, the wind blows through, carrying the scent of soil, of growing things. Once long ago, this place must have been full of life, of the laughter of the gods. Now all that remains is an empty shell of what once was. For a moment, you feel a loneliness is so thick you could almost choke on it. But before you fully feel the weight of it, the sensation scatters in the wind like dead leaves blowing away. I have no idea what that means. What? So I'm lonely and then I'm not? So I'm lonely, but before I can feel it, it goes away. What? Okay. Okay. Saphira and Declan walk over to you, done with their task. For a moment, okay. What's over here? Let me guess. More dead grass and rubble. Ugh. I seriously haven't seen a single thing with even a hope of being useful. I know, right? I wasn't expecting to find much, but I thought we would at least manage 1 or 2 clues. Oh, and thank you so much for the cookie. I think I just saw that. Oh, I ate it already. I guess I was just so interested in doing what I was doing that I accidentally just ate the cookie that was in my hand. This was a huge waste of time, unless you found anything. Nope, nothing. Sorry. You're one of my favorite VTubers to watch. I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad you're here. And you were one of the first people here. Nope, nothing. Sorry. Great, okay. Do you think Aine had any more luck? Well, let's go ask. You all walk over to Aine and Delga. So did they actually find something? I'm kind of confused about like where the layout everything is. Okay, so over there. I'm glad the markers exist. Oh wait, hold on a second. Yes. Markings left by the wind. Aine, did you find anything? Hi, Saphira. So now that we're all here, don't get too excited. I didn't find any way through the gate, but it wasn't a complete loss either. I found this mark. Something that must have been left intentionally. A mark? Like graffiti or something? Or do you think that golem guy made it? Could be some sort of warning. A warning marking a spot? I really don't know. There's just something about leaving a mark so deliberately in the middle of these empty ruins. It makes me think it's important somehow. Now we're just grasping at straws. What do you mean a random mark could just be left there? And it's intentional? Like, what if you just bumped into the wall? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways. Yeah, that is strange, isn't it? Where is it? Can we see it? Yeah, right this way. It's near here. You follow Aine and Dalga to another spot in the ruins. There, look, on the ground. What? Okay, so this mark actually does look intentional. My bad. My bad, Aine. It's literally like glowing yellow. What? Declan bends down, peering at the place where Aine was pointing. Huh? These markings are man-made. Looks like someone cut them into the floor with a knife or something. Yeah, the way she said it made it seem like something so not important. But this is very clearly, like, it's literally glowing. It's even glowing in this drawing. They're not just little scratches either. Whoever made these grooves clearly didn't want them to be worn away with time. Huh? That's some seriously weird graffiti, which means it probably isn't just graffiti. But why would someone do it? And why here? The form is simple enough, but you would have to scratch repeatedly to get markings that deep. And it seems highly probable it was done intentionally. 100%! Those are like Wolverine claws. So someone carved a rough circle in the floor with a blade. What exactly are we supposed to get from that? What's your take on it? Any ideas? Are there any others? I'm not sure. It sure is a circle. I'm gonna say, are there any others? Free-spirited. Ooh, finally! Something other than whatever it was. Like, was it stern or serious or something? No, it was reliable that I kept getting. But this one is free-spirited, so we might have a chance at something other than reliable. That's a good call. There could be more of these here that we never even noticed before. Aina, did you see any others? I just found this one a moment before you walked up. If we want to find more, we'll probably have to start the search over. Let's do that then. Split up and look again. But this time, we'll focus on the ground. Now that we have an idea of what we're looking for, we might find something even in places we've searched before. Why a circle, though? What was it supposed to mean? Or, well, it could be a circle, a square, a triangle, and an X. We can worry about the meaning it holds later. For now, we should focus on finding more. Yeah, okay, Smarty Pants, I get it. I was just curious. Jeez. No. I just feel bad because I don't know how I feel about all the characters so far this season, but Sephora clearly doesn't like Delga, and I don't know how I feel about it. Come on, everyone. Let's just keep looking. Search for more symbols. We'll call this mark the center and split up again. Okay. 좋아. This time we won't let so much as a chipped piece of stone get by us. It's not about a chipped piece of stone, it's a glowing circle. Seriously though, why the circles? It just seems, I don't know. Something about it seems weird. It's the only clue we have right now, Sephora. Examine all the symbols you find on the ground. Oh, it is an X! Is the next one a square? That would honestly be hilarious. This one's a circle too. How did we not notice this earlier? It's insane that we didn't notice these earlier. Now that they're literally all over the floor. Glowing. But some of them are circles and some of them are X's. Which means XOXO hugs and kisses. My exes and the oh-oh-ohs, they on me. Like go-oh-ohs, they on me. They're like go-oh-ohs, they want me. To make them oh-oh-oh, I won't let go. X's and O's. A particular pattern is engraved here. There better be a significant meaning about why it's 12. Because this is a lot. Scattered everywhere. I hope there is a significance in the number and not just like 1 or 2 or 4. You know, 4 is what I would expect if they wanted like 4 corners. 5 maybe to make like a star. 6 also to make a star, but 12? 12 has to be a special number this season. Let me see if I can... Oh, I can't summon pets? Or partners? Okay, that's rough. My exes and the oh-oh-ohs, they on me. Like go-oh-ohs, they want me. To make them ho-oh-oh, they won't let go. X's and O's. No, I don't have Disney Plus. I don't have any subscription service other than Amazon right now. And I have Amazon specifically for Amazon Prime and like shipping stuff. Because I buy quite a bit, so I want to save on that shipping. My exes and the O's, they want me. Where are the other things? Can I see the map? No. I wonder if I'm supposed to talk to them? Is there any chance this isn't an actual symbol? What if the stone floor just sort of happened to chip away this way? Okay, so yeah. The marking resembles a cross. Okay, so yeah, we do have to talk to them, which is why I didn't find any more. They didn't have the quest marker, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to talk to them. There appears to be another here. She points at a circular marking on the ground. I've been staring at the floor for so long, I feel like I'm gonna burn a hole through it. That round shape seems suspicious, doesn't it? But in general, I don't really like to pay for subscriptions, so I don't really have a subscription for anything other than Amazon. Unless there is something that I want. Like when Evil X Producer had their anime, I pay for Crunchyroll for like 2 months, I think, or something like that to watch it. This looks like a symbol too. Is it some kind of cross? Who in the world will carve such a symbol like this, and why? But do you? Was there something you were watching on Amazon? I mean, on Disney? I do want to watch Twisted Wonderland though. And if they make another season, then I'll watch that on Amazon. You see the not Amazon, Disney Plus. You see a rough circle carved into the stone floor of Gorias with a blade or tool of some sort. Take a look at the completed map. Alright, let's take a look at all the places we've been. We've found those markings on the map. Let's see, we got circles and crosses, though it looks like there's more circles in total. What exactly are circles and crosses supposed to tell us? Is it like Morse code? I'm not sure, but doesn't it seem like it's trying to point us to something? Point? These are the... So the crosses make a square. And the circles make a circle. Even seeing them all together on the map, I'm still stumped. Me too! What do you think? Maybe it's a game. Some kind of symbol? A constellation? No constellation is a circle. A game? Doesn't seem right. Some kind of symbol? Want to play a game? I'm gonna say some kind of symbol. I feel bad because this is almost guaranteed to be reliable. So I kind of want to say game for free spirit. But we'll do what came to mind first, which was some kind of symbol. A symbol? That's a reasonable assumption as any, but I can't say anything's coming to mind, though if those shapes have some meaning specific to Gorias, we'd have no way of knowing that. No, there's definitely something to these symbols. Something almost familiar. If these symbols represented something commonplace, it would beg the question of why someone would go through such lengths to etch multiples of them into stone. With the depths of the markings, I am sure it was meant to communicate something less abstract than that. You're probably right. Maybe it's some kind of treasure map? Or a guide to navigate the trap. Circles mean safe, crosses mean danger? Something like that? I don't know. I just have this hunch there's something we're overlooking. If you look at the placement of all the markings we found, it sort of makes a circle, so... Declan traces his finger from the location of one marking to the next. They do, in fact, form a circle. Looking at Sephiroth's eyes widen as if jolted by a sudden realization. Well, let's hear it, because I'm stumped. Wait a second. We connected all the circles in a circle, but if you connect the crosses to each other, it forms an X, like so. So we have a cross inside a circle, which makes me think, what if Adelia, that girl who was talking about, was Saint Adelia? Okay. Huh? Saint Adelia? Where did you get... No, wait. I think you might be onto something. I'm with Declan, because, like, what are we cooking up here? Like, what are they speaking? You guys see it too, right? The Cross of Limerick. That has to be it. It's a symbol of the Order of Limerick. Okay. This whole time we've been looking at the markings. I had this feeling like they were familiar somehow, so I guess that explains it. So someone from the Order of Limerick carved these symbols. We have no way of verifying it, but I very much doubt it's a mere coincidence. But what's the Order of Limerick got to do with Gorias? I doubt they were planning to turn these empty ruins into a parish. We can't tell just from looking from this. But what we do know is that someone left this behind for a reason. And I know I'm here for a reason. Could it be the reason I was born? There's got to be something hidden here. I guess the only place we haven't really looked is the center of the cross. Hang on. Isn't that the first place we'd want to look? What are we waiting for? What are you waiting for? Love me like you do. Love me like you do. I'm with you. Let's take a look at the spot where the cross overlaps on the map. My gut's telling me we'll find something there. Follow the markings of the map to the center of the symbol. What are you waiting for? Love me like you do. 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 Here? So the center would be right around here. Another pile of rocks. Great, just what we wanted. We already looked here, didn't we? We didn't find anything. Feels like we should look again though, doesn't it? Whoever scratched these markings didn't go all that trouble for no reason. If someone hid something here, perhaps it's hidden. Perhaps hidden in an operative word. Right? Let's do a bit of digging. We should use Phantasmal Sight. Now I'm thinking of like AFK Journey and using Ancestral Sight. The mercenaries begin removing the stones from the pile, one by one. Below them, you see... It's just dirt, there's nothing here. But what if these rocks weren't here when whatever it was hidden? First hidden. There's no harm in digging a little, just in case. Without hesitation. I felt a hiccup, but it didn't happen. Aina drops to the ground and starts digging with her bare hands. Hey, careful, you could hurt your hands. Let me help. That's not... Wait, there is something here. What is it? A weapon? A relic? Some sort of weird device? Yes, Merlin the best. No, it kind of feels like paper. And they burn like paper. Has anyone seen Captain Harlock? That was what I was referencing. Carefully, the mercenaries dig up what appears to be a bundle of papers, brushing the dirt from it. The bundle of papers looks a bit ragged, clearly the victim of time's careless march. It's obvious, though, that someone went to great effort to hide this. Whispers of a hidden voice. The sellsword smile is gentle, with a flash of mischief that makes you think you're about to be on the receiving end of some teasing. Okay, I actually already read this before. Wonder what it says. As Aina carefully unfolds the collection of papers, you're greeted by writing in a neat, clean script. So there is something written on it. Guess that cinches it. Someone really did hide this here. Do you really think someone from the Church of Limerick left this here? I mean, it's highly probable, right? This whole thing seems suspicious. Out of all the possibilities, why would it be the Church of Limerick? Because of Saint Adelia. We've already figured this out. Still, we should see what it says. What if there's something written here that would tell us how to get past that barrier? Man, now I'm feeling all nervous for some reason. How about you be the first to read it? I think that would put me more at ease. Aina takes a deep breath, handing you the cloth-wrapped sheaf of papers. Take it. Use these in your inventory to read what's written there. The old papers are covered with neat handwriting, inked so firmly that you could probably read them just by feeling the imprints of the pen on the sheet. Oh, interesting. You go through each page carefully, making an attempt to keep them in order so you don't miss anything. A monster appeared in Tirconel, presumed by its coloration and behavior to be a divine beast. As per protocol, I sent a signal for reinforcement, but the explosion happened before anyone could arrive. The blast was far stronger than anticipated. Oh! I had no choice but to push Isla away, draining the remainder of my divinity as I used my body to block the force of the explosion. I had no time to consider what else I could have done. In that moment, I was fully prepared to die. When I finally came to, I was here. There was no signs of ruined houses or scorched fields. This place was like nothing I could have anticipated. Yeah, I don't think my brain would allow me to watch 70s or 80s anime. Why not? I feel like a lot of them are good. Like Vampire Hunter D. That one is pretty decent. But Captain Harlock was hilarious. If you just watch episode 1, you'll see what I mean. Like, there was so much. It was so much. Like, the line was... What was it? It was like... it was like... They look like women, but were made out of paper. And they burned like paper. What are you talking about? It was so funny. And there was like this scene where they were like fighting. Like there was fighting on the lower floors. And then Captain Harlock jumps from like 2 stories or something and jumps down straight into the argument. And then they looked at him and they're like, how did you get here? And he's like, I jumped. Oh my gosh. Captain Harlock was actually bad. Like it was so funny. But after episode 1, I think they got their act together and it was not nearly as funny. But episode 1 was hilarious. And they burned like paper. I didn't like any of those space opera animes. Really? I don't know what space opera is exactly, because the only thing I think of when I think of opera is like music. I don't know if space opera is like a specific genre. Oh my gosh, what? Why does that remind me of that other weird anime? What was it called? Oh shoot, what was it called? Was it like Star? My brain is telling me Tammy, but I don't know. It's not Tammy. I have to figure out what it was, but it was a really also weird anime. No! It was like Twinkle Nora Rock Me. That was hilarious too. When I finally came to... Oh my gosh. When I finally came to, I was here. There was no signs of... Okay, I already read this. Where am I? Could this be the underworld or the paradise of legends? But if it is, why is it empty, save for myself? Like Spaceship Yamato or Galaxy Railways, I have not seen that. For me personally, I don't really care what time it was made, as long as it has some sort of like decent art style. If it has a decent art style and a decent enough like plot. And then if it has like a character that I would like. Nah, I just need the plot to not be boring. LOL. Galaxy Railways. Galaxy Railways anime. I feel like I have seen this. Actually, he looks a lot like Captain Harlock. I think that's why I'm confusing it. It looks just like Captain Harlock. Like a younger Captain Harlock. I don't know if I'm picky or... Like, I'll give basically any time a shot, as long as it's all the same art style. Right. Okay. When I close my eyes, all I see is Isla's face as I pushed her away. Is she safe? I should perhaps be more concerned with this strange situation in which I found myself than with a question I have no way of answering. But even knowing that, I'm finding I cannot shake my worry. Thankfully, I can move. Superficially, at least, I seem to have escaped the explosion unharmed. So I will carry on undeterred. I have no way of knowing whether I will ever make it back to Tirkanel, or to any place with which I am familiar. I don't know whether I'm still alive. However, my duty to protect remains unchanged. As such, I should learn more about this place. As far as I can tell, no mortal dwells here, human or former. The entities I have encountered are a strange sort, entirely unfamiliar to me. They seem to me mere facsimiles of life, puppeting bodies that contain no spark of humanity within. You're literally describing Murray S. Though I have observed them from afar for some time, I have seen no signs that would suggest whether they might be hostile. For all I know, they may be as yet unseen forms of divine beasts. I must remain on my guard at all times. The writing that would have directly followed has been scratched out and is unreadable. You skim down to the next legible passage. I have made contact with the beings that live here. Thanks to them, I can put a name to this place in which I found myself. Gorias, the ancient city of the gods, spoken of in the scriptures. To think that those cities were real places one could set foot in. I mean, you just said that it was written in your scriptures, so did you not believe the scriptures? Like, you just read it. And you knew of it. You knew, like... Is her name Foinse? Playing this game is torture. I have Stockholm Syndrome. I can't escape it. Help me. Oh, come. Watch me play the game instead. Then you'll be free. And the large construct... I don't even know how to start saying this name. Krioch have told me of a device that will allow me to leave. But they say they have never even attempted to use it. It is, as far as I know, entirely untested. Were I to attempt to use it, there's no knowing where I would find myself, or indeed if returning to Erin would even be possible. This is what they tell me, and they have given me no reason to doubt their honesty. But what's difficult, Sopo? Why is it torture? I find myself hesitating. Will I make it back to Erin, or will I be bound to this place for eternity? And it feels like an eternity since I had you here with me, since I had to learn to be someone you don't know. If I am to remain here for a while, I may as well put my time here to use. Before I step through the gate to whatever fate awaits me, I will leave as many records behind as I can of all that I have experienced here. What's weird is, if Saint Adelia was able to come here, and then able to go back to Tyrconnell, then how come this is the first time we're hearing of divine beasts? You know what I mean? Like, if her account is truthful, and she's from the Tyrconnell we know, they already know of divine beasts there. So this shouldn't be a new threat. We should already have policies in place. You know what I mean? If this has been a threat since Saint Adelia's time, did we just not write it down? And for what reason would we have not written it down? Even if I do not survive, perhaps my writings, my experiences, can be a help or a comfort to any others who find themselves stranded here against their will, as I have. So ends the account contained in this sheaf of papers. Some of it just doesn't make sense. Because, like I said, if she had known of divine beasts being a thing already, and she had protocols, why didn't she... Why is it new for us? It's not even like she's from Iria. She was from Tyrconnell. Like, we were just there. You can see the confusion written all over Ina's face as she skims over the written record. A divine beast explosion. Wait a minute. If that's true, it means this isn't the first time in our history the divine beasts have appeared. Exactly! And that's weird, Ina. Do you think there was some kind of time in the past when the divine beasts showed up, caused havoc, and then blew themselves up? If this account is accurate, and the person who left it behind was actually sent to Gorias because of that explosion, then it might follow that the people still unaccounted for in the aftermath of the explosion in Dunbarton might be here too. I've gotta admit, it sounds surprisingly probable. Didn't that Merlin fellow mention that was a possibility? Something like that. But it's weird, because what happened to Saint Adelia? Like, I don't know if we talked about what her ultimate fate was, but then why didn't she talk about it specifically? Recalling Merlin's hypothesis, you explained to the others that the force of the explosion, powerful enough to devastate the town, may have affected the surrounding area in other ways as well. It's interesting because also, another thing is, why would she leave her records here? If she thought that it was reasonable for her to find a way to escape, then I haven't been paying attention. I've been enjoying this inner tube. This inner tube. Oh, my pool floaty? Or something else? I'm a little bit confused about, like, the plot of the story so far. Because, like, what do you mean that this isn't the first time we face divine beasts? It doesn't make sense. Because Saint Adelia should have warned everybody about this already. You explained to the others about the force of the explosion, powerful enough to devastate the town, may have affected the surrounding area in other ways as well. I never expected we'd uncover a potential link between the missing people and the divine beast explosion. You've been confused about this arc for ages. I'll be back. Sounds good, sounds good. If there is a strong possibility that those who have been found were pulled into Gorias, that's all the more reason to search whatever lies beyond the wall as soon as we can. But it's weird, because wouldn't have Foinse and Cryoch, or whatever his name was, wouldn't they have told us? You know what I mean? Like, if she had just teleported in, like Adelia did, if the people from Dunbarton, I mean, if they had just teleported in, then why wouldn't they tell us, like, hey, take your people too? I just do it for the enchantment reward. This game has a story, I've skipped it all. LOL. Maybe that's why it's torture. You don't know what's going on. I like the story though. Right now, this arc is confusing me a little bit, and I kind of want to go back to Apocalypse, my favorite. But I like the Windfall Mercenary Corps. They're cool. I don't really like how they're handling the Adelia situation, because now there's already a plot hole. I don't know if we're gonna address it at some point, but what do you mean Saint Adelia was here from Tirconel, came to Gorias, then somehow left Gorias, and then we have never heard of Divine Beasts before? Because she should have told everybody about all the Divine Beasts, and then we should have come up with protocols that would have been passed down, and then we would have been better equipped to deal with the Divine Beasts in the future. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it should have been history. It should have been history. And then we talk about it so that we know how to handle it in the future. But it seems like they're retconning that the first, like, you know what I mean? Like, in Generation 26, I think it was. In Generation 26, the new threat was Divine Beasts. And then everybody was like, oh, we don't know how to handle these. These are the first time we've ever seen them. But now we're hearing that Divine Beasts actually came in, like, ancient Tirconel. You see, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Which is, there has to be some sort of explanation as why she didn't tell anybody. And then why the people of the past didn't write records of it. It's weird to me. That's right, our goal remains the same, figuring out a way to get through. But I'll leave it alone for now. Maybe I'll just go with it. We'll just go with it. And Trudge, welcome in! Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? And also, stream earlier! Just kidding, just kidding. You can stream at whatever time you need. I know you're a real police officer, right? Or what, something like that, right? So I guess you work late. But welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, another reason I don't like the books is trying to remember everyone's names, especially when we have non-standard names, right? At least with the Korean writing, the Korean spelling is how you pronounce it. But in English isn't like phonetic like that. Doing well. I planning on streaming earlier today, and luckily I'm off today. I do work night shift as actual cop. Nice. That's why you stream late, right? I can't help but wonder who left this record, though. Saint Adelia. Why does it matter? It'd be great if we could figure out how they survived here as long as they did, and what else they experienced. Suggest reading its memories. Alright, you can do that, can't you? Sounds like a good idea to me. The written record alone can only tell us so much. The Malaysian is a cool species. You know, we can just be like, hey, why don't I just analyze the memories? That's a thing I can do. But I guess a way to remedy the pronunciation problem is to allow us to replay the names. You know what I mean? Like, we already have voice acting in some sections. I don't know how much harder it would be to make like a button clickable where you could hear their names or something. I don't know. It feels like they should be easier. I don't know. This is even worse. They're talking in another language and reading it is a different language from that. No, because you see what I mean? So right now, English is probably the worst translation of it because we're playing the fanciest game of telephone. So it's from like Gaelic to Korean, then Korean to English. That's how Arthur became Altum. It's not even the same. So, like, some names got, like, a little bit lost, like how Pragara. Is it Pragara? Yeah, it was Pragara. But to actually pronounce Pragara, like, the actual sword name was Fragara. So, in Korean, it would have been easier, but they're mixing it. Oh, that's what you're saying. So if we spoke Korean, it would have been better, you know, so we could read it phonetically, but English isn't even phonetic. So we're switching two languages and it's not, our language isn't even phonetic. So it's like double hard. That's another thing they should do. They should make different languages toggleable. I don't know why we can't just go. Is it an option? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is it an option? Let me actually hide Mabi for a second. Yes, okay. I just want to check if it's an option. I want to see how it looks like in Old Master. Whoa! Whoa! Yo, look! The yellow! I changed it to mustard! That's crazy to me. I actually like how it looks, but we're gonna switch it. We're gonna switch it back to blue because that's what I've lived with for years. There should be like a language button. I feel like they should make a language button. Like, why doesn't one exist? Like, that's goofy to me. Like, we have like several different languages, but we don't really have a way to access it. In 14, you can change the voice language of the game. Blech. Well, the reason we don't have voice language is because we only have the English. I mean, not English, but Korean speaking. It was nice that the default was already blue. Right. I actually feel like blue was the best color because it's already a nice color on your eyes. So if you look at it for a long time, it's not too much. Even though I like yellow, I don't think I want to look at it that long. I think mainly because I started playing in blue and I just went with it. If there's any traces of memories in the paper itself, though, we might be able to get some clearer answers to the questions we've got. View the memory together. I really hope this will give us some kind of lead, or heck, any kind of useful information. I've got this feeling. I've got a feeling. Woo, woo. We'll learn something new for sure. Not sure what. It's just a hunch I have. Okay, well. You hold the old sheet of paper in both of your hands, closing your eyes as you try to retrace whatever residual memories might appear in them, or remain in them. Lingering echoes of the past begin to unfold, memories of bygone time taking shape once present. It's as cold as ever here, a city without breath or warmth. Still, I have to leave some kind of record of what I've seen behind. So obsessed with records, but you didn't even tell Tirkanel. Adelia. I finished my patrols for the day. You'll tell me about it like you promised, right? I want to hear more about Tirkanel. I want to hear more about the really fearsome chicken and the huge delicious potato you dug up. Aww. I wasn't until recently. 14 had different UI colors. Before it was only gray, and now I've changed it to crystal blue. Ooh, nice. I don't know when we got colors in Mabi. What is that? There's like a little floating creature here. I don't know if Mabi had colors forever, or if that's like a new thing. I don't know when that happened. Oh, and tell me again about how you can look up and see the night sky filled with stars. Alright. Whoa. She looks great. I love the heterochromia. It's very intriguing. Hello, Heartless of me. Heartless of me. Welcome in. Alright, but you'll have to wait a bit. I need to finish this entry first. Are you writing again? Don't you ever get tired of that? You spend all day doing it. Well, someday, someone else from the outside world might find themselves here. If I can at least compile a record of what I have experienced, it should help them understand this place better. I don't think that's gonna happen. You're the only visitor we've ever had, Adelia. Then why is she so hostile to us? Why did we get into a fight? I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see later. Oh shoot, I accidentally skipped something. But how are you doing, Heartless? You remind me of Kingdom Hearts. Your name. Yeah, she looks great, right? Like, I'm not tripping. Like, she looks great. Even so, I want to leave behind some trace of the time I've spent here. Who knows? There may come a day where I leave this city. Oh, don't say it like that. I don't know what the future holds for me beyond my life here. But even if I were to disappear, at least the thoughts and memories I've written down will remain. I don't like how goofy they made her portrait. Who would have thought having her head perpetually tilted was a good idea? Perpetually tilted? What do you mean? It's straight. Which portrait do you mean? Do you mean this one? I guess it's a little bit strange that her body is tilted to the side and then she's looking straight. Let me think about it. I mean, I guess it's possible, but the other character. Oh, Foinse. Let me actually see because I don't remember. And her hands are like up, right? It's very cute. I don't know what the future holds for me. Okay, I already read this. If I'm lucky, some visitor might come across these mementos that I was here. Adelia. Yeah, she has her hands up and then like head tilted. It's an interesting pose in general. It's a bit much, but she's cute though. Like, I don't hate it. It's a bit of an odd choice, but I understand why they did it because they wanted to make her extra cute. Like extra cute. Like everything about her is cute. Trying too hard for me aesthetic. Yeah, I can see it. For the moe aesthetic. Yeah, they definitely went for a moe. The memory begins to fade away before disappearing from view entirely. So the one who wrote those records, Foinse was absolutely wrong to assume Aine and Adelia were the same person. They don't look alike, not that much. They have brown hair and one blue eye. That's what they share in common. Brown hair and one blue eye. Their clothes is different by a long shot. They wear different colors. The hair is brown, but different shades of brown. One eye is not even the right color eye. And I think the build was a little bit different, but I don't know. I don't remember fully. No matter how you slice it, it really was Saint Adelia, right? But more importantly, the first thing I noticed was how much the lady in the memory looked like Aine. Stop tripping. Stop tripping. You know, when we said that the people in Murias looked like it, looked like the people of, like Olda people, that made sense because they were literally the same people, but they don't look enough to call them similar. Like, really, like, they don't really look that similar. Like, am I tripping? Like, they have, you know, even between my sister and I, our hair colors are different. Even between the shades of brown. Like, come on now. I don't know. I can't claim to be some keen observer of how folks look, but even a half-blind man could tell. What do you mean? But okay. We'll move on. The likeness is strong that anyone who saw them side by side would assume they were family, or at least related somehow. Okay, that I'll take. I'll take that. You know, they're related, but the same person? No. Right, I'm glad to know it wasn't just me who was thinking that the whole time. Very loosely, but they have easily distinct features. Exactly, Dime, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they have some similarities. I'm not gonna argue that. But some of the key features, like different color eyes. Come on now. Like, that's the first thing you notice about someone. At least for me. Hair and eyes are the first thing that I notice. And then they didn't match. They didn't match. But then even the build and the color of their outfits, like, nothing about them is the same. Well, I mean, similar. There's the energy there. Her hair color, the way she stands, her entire vibe, it's just like Aine through and through. Incorrect. The vibe was also different. Aine is very, like, upbeat and bubbly, while Saint Adelia seems a lot more calm, more reserved. Like an older Aine, at best. The way she stands... You're right, she's standing tilted and looking straight forward. It's so rare with the eye color, right? The color eye, right? The heterochromia, I don't know what percent that has. Let me see. How rare is heterochromia? Only 0.06% of people in the world have heterochromia. That is wild. I'm related to Saint Adelia? Where did you get that from? Where did you get that from? What? We just said you looked similar. But where did you get that from? Growing up, my aunt was so devout that I did some... What? That I did sometimes get the feeling she might be more than just an ardent supporter of the pontiff's court. No, this was supposed to be some this was supposed to be some big moment, some plot twist reveal, but I don't think it's close enough. Like, throwing me off. But if that's really true, then why did she hide it from me? I don't understand. I didn't even know what to think about this. Aine. It's still bothering me. I can't shake the feeling that the circular symbols we found are familiar. Like I've seen something like that before. Aine, give me your necklace for a moment. Oh, the necklace. Okay. Sephra snatches? Why? She was giving it to you. The necklace from Aine's hand and dashes off somewhere. Where are you going? Sephra, what's gotten into you? They could have actually leaned into it, like Roxas and Sora. Yeah, but I don't know why she made the assumption that she's automatically related to Saint Adelia. Like, yeah, they're similar, but you know what? If somebody walked up to me and they had brown hair, brown eyes, just like me, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I'm related to you? I would just be like, oh, you have brown hair and brown eyes, like me. You know, maybe you're from the same place as me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why we jumped immediately to related. Like, you know what I mean? That's like if I don't know, like Melanie Martinez is Puerto Rican, right? So that's like if I said, she's Puerto Rican, like me. And she sings and I like to sing and we have a similar vocal range and our vibes are similar. So we're related. I couldn't even think about that. You know, my sister also likes her song. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, let's be so serious. Nobody would think that. I wish... If we had that reveal, I wish it happened later. You know, like after we met Adelia, or I don't know. I don't know. It just feels really weird. Or like we see memories of Adelia with her new family or something. And I just feel like there was a different way to go about it other than just looking at her and then being like, wow, they're similar. And then, wow, I'm related. This, you can't tell me you don't see it too. Sephra places Aine's necklace over the circular symbol etched into the ruins. Surprisingly, the size of the circle is a perfect match with the ring of Aine's pendant. The history of countless... Okay. Just give me a moment, would you? I'm trying to keep all the details straight in my head. The gaslighting is strong. I don't know if I would call it gaslighting, but it's really weird. Like, I don't know, like this today, so far the story has been a miss for me. So far the plot twist. So the writing and how she was like, oh, we faced divine beasts and this explosion happened before. We should have then in G25 or G26, it shouldn't have been a surprise that divine beasts came back. You know what I mean? So that I already was unhappy with. And then Saint Adelia being related to Aine somehow. That came out way too, like, I needed more clues over a longer period of time than just telling me straight up. Because it was just so sudden, nobody would think that. I'm trying to keep all the details straight in my head. The gods may have bugged off ages ago, but I feel like I'm saying, gods, what's the deal with this place? Every 5 minutes here. We just keep moving from one head scratcher to the next. We should go over everything we know. Don't get too worked up, old man. You might throw your back out. She has the right idea. We should stop for a minute and review all the information we've gathered so far. That's actually a sensible idea. Let's go. Now I'm reminded of Wakfu, because you know that Wakfu went quick. Some of that went by fast. Now I'm like, dang, that kind of happened here. That's actually a sensible idea. Let's go over the things we are at least pretty sure about one by one. What happened? In Wakfu or in here? Because I feel like this particular day of streaming is Sherlock Holmes time. Let me go. All right. Have a good one, Heartless. I hope to see you next time and enjoy Sherlock Holmes. To start off, one thing I think we can be pretty certain of is that this is Gorgias, one of the City of the Gods we've been trying to find. Unfortunately, we have also discovered that the residents here are hostile towards us. It's not like I was expecting them to roll out a welcome mat for us, but serving up a deathmatch right after meeting us was a little overkill, wouldn't you say? I think it really went bad when Aine said she wasn't Adelia. That's when it really, like, our relationship soured. But that doesn't make sense, because why did they welcome Adelia with open arms like that? But not us. You know, it feels like they did a personality 180. We know from the records, we found that someone named Adelia visited this place at some point in the past. It appeared that this Adelia person was able to converse peaceably with the residents here as well. We also learned more about the Divine Beast. From what we saw, it really seems like the Divine Beasts have appeared in Erin before. But if that's true, why are there no records of it anywhere? Thank you, Aine. Yes, let's please. Please, that would make me so much happier. The most likely answer is that those with knowledge of it chose to cover up the truth. But why? Terrible foreshadowing. Yeah, terrible. It was actually wild. Like, oh, that actually got me. But it didn't get me in the way that it should have got me. You know, like, I feel like with a plot twist, even if you guess it, you should be like, wow. I mean, I felt like Murias did it a little bit better with, like, Lennon being a bad guy. You know, like, we knew that he wasn't trustworthy. Or, like, that something was going on with Vtuber. Or, like, the puppets that we wouldn't be able to save dieting. And stuff like that. That actually, I felt went really well. But here, I'm just like, what? And I was with it. I was with it basically before this stream. So basically before this stream, when we had the fight with Foinse and all of that, I was still with it. But I feel like at the start of this stream, things went haywire really quickly. And they're just throwing us, like, some things. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Those chose to cover up the truth. What about the necklace? Why cover up the truth though? Like, I don't know if that's enough. What about the necklace? I've always thought this necklace was just something my mother left me as a keepsake. It never even crossed my mind that it could have been anything to do with the Order of Limerick. It's kind of crazy because wasn't your mom like a devout follower of Limerick? So wouldn't she have taught you? Like, it just feels weird. Flying by the seat of the pants, they really wanted to roll out the new raid, literally. I feel that way, but maybe it was better in Korean. Maybe. Maybe the localization just wasn't it. You know, because that happens. I feel like they did that a little bit with Twisted Wonderland. Like, I played both the Japanese and the English, so I kind of knew what was going to happen. Because I played through the story twice, okay? So I just wanted to see how, like, the localization was and everything. And there was some things that I felt like they changed a lot. So maybe something like that happened here. That it was just rushed a little bit in the translation. So her memento just happened to be the symbol of the church. I'm no parent, but I don't think you should give your child something like that just on the lark. On a lark. Which means it would be reasonable to assume that your mother or father was involved with the church somehow, right? I just don't know. I've got more questions than answers. Declan seems to emphasize with a bewildered Aine, trying to put things into perspective. It's a valid theory, but we don't have much to back it up at the moment, so let's not rush to any conclusions. That said, it does feel like we've got some convincing support for the idea that these symbols of the church, the Divine Beast explosion, and the city of Gorgias all share some sort of connection. Agreed. What we have now are scattered clues, but when we discovered what links them, the larger picture will take shape. We simply need to continue our investigation. As the group discusses the information they found so far, you see Aine with a troubled expression, speaking quietly to herself. Mom, why did you leave me this necklace? Is there some bigger meaning behind it? You see a rough circle carved into the stone floor of Gorias with a blade or a tool of some sort. Talk to Sephra. Okay, so we've learned a lot, but not anything we actually need to know. We came all the way here to close the gate of Gorias. Are we any closer to doing that, or do we just have, or have we just uncovered a whole pile of new mysteries? Yeah, Sephra's right. We're here to try to stop Finda's fate, not to dig up old secrets about old saints. True. If we can't close the gates of Gorias, we'll just count down the days until a swarm of divine beasts demolishes another town. But how are we supposed to do that if we can't even find a way past the wall? Not to mention whatever's going on with Foinse and the big golem, or the fact that the missing people might be past there. I am also conflicted. We should ask her advice. Just keep on investigating. I'm gonna say ask her advice. Responsible, always. Wait, is it responsible and reliable? Because then I could be confusing it, so who knows what the title I'll get is. Yeah, we need to know more. In order to turn what we have found into a path forward, speaking to someone who understands the context would be most helpful. Context. Maybe we could go back to the royal castle. Her Majesty wanted an update anyway, so we'd have to make the trip sooner or later. That's true. Some of the best scholars in the kingdom work at the castle. If anyone knows what to make of this, there's a good chance we'll find them there. I disagree. So first, Etain is the #1 person that we should look for. Because who knows more about the Order of Limerick than the spoken person, like the chosen person of Limerick, Etain. Or someone who has high magical knowledge, Merlin, or the druid in Tiatan. You know, like, what's his name, Birched? Or even Tarlok. Bring young Tarlok back. You know, I don't feel like the queen is the solution here at all. I feel like it's Etain. We should probably swing by the Pontiff's Court too, since there's a good chance it's related to Saint Adelia as well. At least we're going to the Pontiff's Court, yeah. Alright, they'd at least have records of Saint Adelia, hopefully, and we could ask them about Aine's necklace too. Really? Do you think we could find about my mother's necklace at the Pontiff's Court? Yes. Aine fidgets with the necklace in question as she looks to you. We should go. I think they will have information. I'm not sure. We will surely learn something. Even if we discover there is no connection, that closes a possible line of enquiry that was previously open. Right. Yeah. Great. It's a plan then. We'll go to Terra, report back to the Queen about what we found, then we'll go to the Pontiff's Court and ask them about Saint Adelia. I was hoping you'd say that. Let's get out of here. I don't really like this place. You don't like Murias either. Do you have something against the City of the Gods? I would be too! Like, I actually agree with Sephra. I wouldn't be here unless it was, like, mandatory to save the world. You know what I mean? And we only ever have bad experiences here in the City of the Gods. Like, literally, they wanted to make us puppets over in Murias. And then here in Gorias, they want us gone. They straight up want us dead. Huh? How do you know that? I mean, yeah, I guess I do. And then also, the gates of these cities being open is a direct problem to Aaron. You know, like, it's not absurd that we would not like it here. Whenever the gods are involved, I've never seen any good come of it. It feels bad because the Malaysian is demigod. So basically, they're like, you're half of the problem. Like Tarlok. Tarlok literally flat out said that we're part of the problem. But it feels like other people are like, kind of like skirting around the idea. Do they know I'm Demi? Are they just... do they not know? I'm gonna tell them. Yeah, you never liked taking jobs from the Pontiff's court either. That's why. More or less. Oh, that's true. If you have any more to do here, feel free. But it'd be better if we were all there to give Her Majesty an update. So don't take too long, understand? Well, I might stay. Great, we'll get going, then meet you there. You give the things you found in Gorias to the mercenaries so they can bring them to the Royal Castle. I just realized that Delga's model is holding her little piece of Punnaborn, which is kind of funny, and I like that detail. Because nobody else is holding anything, it's only Aine who's holding it at her side. Aine, Declan, Sephra, and Delga walk. You hand over the completed Gorias map and this. Aine, Declan, Sephra, and Delga walk towards the entrance of Gorias. You should probably follow them to the royal castle soon. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm pretty sure Apocalypse will take us right there. Hanging Garden. Oh, but I could have also used just to teleport to the Arcana Association. In fact, what I'm gonna do... Your dolls aren't picking up anything? Oh no! Sometimes that happens. Try to de-summon them and then summon them again. What I'm gonna do is actually stop by the Arcana Association. Why? So I can switch over to Alchemaic Sharpshooter. I forgot to switch and activate Alchemaic Sharpshooter. And then we can just leave. I know you're probably tired of me by now. What do you mean? No, I'm not tired of you. Your dolls are probably tired of you, though. What are we doing? We're visiting the queen, right? Talk to Aine in the Wrath Royal Castle reception room. Okay. Attain! But we have one last week of quests. LOL. If you want, we can do that. We can do that. We can do some. We can do some. 10 times? Are you kidding? That's wild. Yeah, we can do all. Oh my gosh. No. Albi, Kyer, and Rundal twice. Oh my gosh. When you finish a point quest, you'll earn points towards the Fergus weapon. When do we get to the Fergus weapon? The hard mode will cover 6 dungeons. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. There's nothing like the great outdoors. So I'll be first. I'll be hard mode. Literally, this is the last week. Okay, we can do it. There's nothing like the great outdoors, and the far-flung forest is the best, of course. If you want to get close to the greenery, then camping in the wild is the place to be. I don't know how much we'll do, but we'll do some. Mile Xian. There's nothing like the great outdoors, and the far-flung forest is the best, of course. If you want to get close to the greenery, then camping in the wild is a place to be. There's flowers and fish, caves and rocks, and lots of logs. There's nothing like the great outdoors, and the far-flung forest is the best, of course. If you want to get close to the greenery, then camping in the wild is the place to be. Alright, here we go. 1 gold. You know, I like that commerce gives you a little bit of money. That way I'm never, like, completely broke, and I can afford my Stardust. Let me get my weapon. And hello! Welcome in. Welcome in, bun. We got this. Let me put on spell walk. Ooh, I should have had alchemy. I mean, dark diviner, but it's fine. It's fine. Hello, black poisonous spider. There's flowers and fish, caves and rocks. Oops. I clicked X on something and I don't even know what I clicked X on. And lots of logs. Not this larva following me. There's nothing like the great outdoors in the far-flung forest is the best, of course, if you want to get close to the greenery. Think camping in the wild is the place to be. There's flowers and fish, caves and rocks, and lots of logs. Are we there yet? So we were doing the story just a second ago. Just a second ago, we were singing this song. But now we're going to do a little bit of the dungeons before going back to the story. Because they're getting longer and longer. Wait, let me summon Lishna, Piran, and Irisin. Not me lugging the cloud around like it can do anything. Oops, I think I accidentally went through. But it's fine, I'll just wait here until the key, and then I'll do the next room. There's nothing like the great outdoors. But how are you doing today, Bun? Ah! I crashed into the wall. I gotta be quick. Although I think I'm drastically weaker with Alchemaic Sharpshooter than I am with Dark Diviner or even Harmonic Saint. For some reason I was expecting the cat sif, but the spiders are cute too. Goodbye, my angels, my sweeties. Whee! Celtic Tribal Wand. Oh, that's another thing I hate about running dungeons. We get a bunch of items. Good, got my ears cleaned. Ooh, nice. Nice, we love to hear that. So no more noise in them. What about you? I'm doing pretty good. Right now, I'm doing pretty good. We had a little bit of like hiccups with the story, but I'm gonna wait until the end to like give my full opinion. But like the first 2 times I did G28, I was actually really liking the story. But now I'm a little bit like hesitant because it feels like there's a few things that don't exactly add up. But if we do get to see Attain, which we evidently are, we're gonna see Attain. I like Attain a lot. I think she's cool and very pretty. I also like the designs we have so far. But if they fix some of the plot issues by the end of G28, then I'll be happy. What is the story like? So currently, there's like a new threat on the world called Divine Beasts. And right now, the Divine Beasts were like flooding one city. And then they did something they never did before. First gather in large numbers and then straight up exploded. So then a lot of people went missing. So we have to find out why some of the people went missing. And then we also have to close the gate so that no more Divine Beasts can enter. So that's what we're doing right now. And the part that doesn't like really add up entirely is that the divine beasts are a new threat that we've never seen, right? But then there's an ancient record of somebody facing the divine beasts. So if you were paying attention at the beginning of the story, the fact that the divine beasts were not ever accounted for is weird because this ancient person wrote records about it. So it feels like but apparently they're gonna like, I think they are gonna explain it as like, oh, they swore to keep quiet. So for some reason, you know? Doesn't sound very divine if they cause problems. Yeah. To be fair, in this world, like a lot of the gods and goddesses do cause problems. Like Sokol likes formers, so he helps the monsters and not the people. And they all have different views about what is good and bad. So there's several gods and goddesses in this game. And they have all different belief systems. Like Heinrich believes that people grow stronger when they're faced with adversity. So she puts people in dangerous situations so that they have an opportunity to grow when they overcome that dangerous situation. Okay. And then where are we going next? Next place, which is Clear Kyre. 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 Look at my little Lichna. Isn't he cute? Isn't he charming? Isn't he lovely? You know what? I think I really love Irusen, but Lishna does everything Irusen does. See, sounds interesting, right? And hello, Faye! How you doing? Are you here? Where are you? How have things been? Things have been going good. I'm pretty happy. How are you? I did a little bit of G28 earlier, and then I'm going to run through... Oh, am I not in hard mode? Oh. Thank you. I didn't even realize I wasn't here. They should honestly just make the same altar for both, you know? Maybe I'm picky for no reason. I'm excited I get to see my girlfriend and Mabi wife on Sunday. Hey! Congrats. I think Dime is gonna do that. I hope you have a good time and have fun. Am I on 2x speed? Yes, Rudo is out, so I am on 2x speed. Hey! Oh. We both walked past that treasure chest. How are you doing, Faye? I know you said you're gonna see her on Sunday. Do you have any plans? Is there a fun activity you're gonna do? Maybe watch a movie? I've been wanting to watch Toy Story 5. We're gonna do lots of stuff. Hey! Maybe eat some nice food? A gaming day, hang out with her friends at a bar. Oh, at the bar. I like the little spiders. Trying to teach her Magic the Gathering. Ooh, you should teach her on Arena. I want the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know they're gone already, but still. I want some of the Spider-Man stuff too, now that I'm thinking about it. We'll probably end up driving around a lot and sightseeing. Nice. Was that it? Was that the boss? Where's the other treasure chest here? Oh, I'm getting smoldering bread. At least that's nice. Did we do this twice or did we do this once? I don't even remember. We did it once. Okay, so we need to do it one more. That person is cooking. What are they doing? I've never seen some of the stuff they're doing. You're cheating. Just kidding. What I'm going to do is actually, because I feel like everything gets filled up too quickly when you don't take care of it, because look how my inventory was so clean. So if you saw me yesterday on Wednesday with a full inventory, I cleaned it all out. But now it's all full again. So I'm going to select all, confirm, remove my bow and arrows, because I actually use those now. And then drop these crystals. And then we can move on. I think that's fine. Just to keep it kind of tidy while we do all of these runs. Maybe items just come out of nowhere, right? So that's why I'm trying to like take care of it and clean it up. Oops, this one is already done. Ooh, shoot, I accidentally desummoned Rudo. I didn't realize that I had him out. Let's go over here. I'm trying to make it to the room quickly. Isn't it lovely? So I spend all my time sorting it out. Defend this! We did. Time is quick. I think making the scented bears was like one of the best things they could possibly do. I genuinely feel that. It was so cute. It's such a cute add-on. Even if you don't have arachnophobia. Why am I injured? Not me taking substantial damage. Hold on, let me actually unpoison myself. I don't even know how I got poisoned to begin with. Oh, that one's the real one, right? Leave me alone! Look at the little skeletons on the floor. Isn't it lovely? Da da da. Isn't it love my heart of stone? Okay. Treasure chest over here. Use it, because I will not be using my nearite anywhere else. We'll pick up all of this. And then we'll head to the next place, which is Rundal Advanced Hard Mode. Rundal Advanced Hard Mode. Rundal Advanced Hard Mode. Here it is. And hello, meme. Welcome in. How you doing? Oh! I thought I entered the dungeon. We just got here, though. What does it say? Stand in front of the statue and touch it. Okay. Isn't it lovely? Da da da. Dun, 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 dun. It's this one? This one? And then from here, we need the key. I'm gonna windmill, see if it's this one. It is not that one. I'm gonna windmill this one. Do we have the key? Yeah, they got the key. The cold never bothered me anyway. Staring at the bottom of the glass, hoping one day to make a dream last. But dreams come slow and they go so fast. You see her when you fall asleep, never to touch her, never to keep, 'cause you loved her too much and you delve too deep. Only need the light when it's burning low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Whoa. Hailstorm is such a cool skill. I really love Hailstorm. It's really nice. Oh, look at this! I'm getting hungry fast. Yeah, I'm weaker when I'm not Dark Diviner or Harmonic Saint. Like, definitely Harmonic Saint is weaker than Dark Diviner, for sure. But, like, it is really bad. But you can throw an enemy at another enemy. I like Blaze. It isn't the strongest, but you can throw an enemy at an enemy. I didn't even know you could do that. That is pretty cool. And then one more. You know, I mainly click the statue whenever I walk in out of habit. But do we even do that anymore? Like, do people even stop by to memorize the location? Because back in the day, it actually meant something. Because you could actually die, and it was important that you came back to that dungeon. Because you could lose all your stuff. Or at least lose something valuable. But now, I don't know. Like, I don't think there's anything to... Because you're definitely gonna win. You're definitely gonna win. It might take a while, but you'll definitely win. And then even if you lose, you don't lose anything. It's just like, oh, you wasted time, but that's it. The dungeons and loot system remind me of the Diablo games, but a lot less gruesome enemies with teddy bears. Yeah. To be fair, they're not supposed to be teddy bears. I have arachnophobia mode on. Because I think the teddy bears are just so adorable. But technically, they're semi-realistic spiders. I'll turn off the scented bear thing so that you can see the actual spider. Oh, can't be changed in combat. Because I'm sure we'll see some spiders at some point. I should have done it earlier in Albi so you could see the spiders there. Because there's a lot of spiders in Albi. So I turned off the arachnophobia mode. So you should see spiders now. The cat says, oh my gosh. So cute. Boring. Boring. I'm bored to death. A little tired. I feel like singing a song. Sing the Meow Mix opening. Eat this. Not bad. Are you human? The cat sifs are not very good examples of gruesome enemies. But they're not all as cute and charming as the bear. Don't be mad that you didn't cut your... I think some good examples are Avon. No, Avalon, not Avon. The names are so similar, it confuses me sometimes. Who are you, Link? Okay. So... Yeah. I think we're done with dungeons for now. Enemies can appear harmless, but can kill you itself is kind of horror too, right? Let me show you the bears though. I'm not the bears, the spiders. I can show you the bears too, because I can turn on arachnophobia mode again. You know what? We could also keep doing the dungeons so that we can at least finish this. Because it's 4 more, right? So we can do 4 more hard mode, and then that's pretty much it, right? We can do Rundal, because that was the shortest one, right? Not me running into every single wall. See my cute little baby spiders. Look how charming they are. Hi, honey. But then they're extra cute when you turn on the arachnophobia mode. Diffuser has been activated. I guess I have to leave and then have them on my screen again. I think these have to, like, go out of my field of vision and then I can do it again. So let me leave that area and then come back. No, they're all bears. Look at this guy. We can knock out the next 4 next week or Shine Seeker when you get a chance. All the hard modes are relatively short. Yeah, I need to do Shine Seeker too. And then what else? What else? What else? What else? What was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, I wanted to show you guys the zombies too, because those are pretty intense. Well, not too intense, but like a little bit sad. Tirnanog has some pretty... And then Avalon, not Avon. Avalon. The other world has like zombies walking around. Oh, shoot. And then we can also go to Avalon. Oh, and the dragons. The dragons used to be rough. You know, my phone would break. Not my phone, but my computer would break every single time when I even walked past a dragon because there was so many people. I don't think the green dragon is out today because I feel like I would have seen it already. Because as soon as you come to the tree, the Yggdrasil tree, this one, the dragon should be here immediately, so I don't think it's here. So whenever you see these spiders, they're not actually, bears, they're not actually bears, they're spiders. Unicorns are bloodthirsty, imagine. It kind of reminds me of the wolves. The wolves in sheep's clothing. Those things were brutal. I still have trauma from them. And these bears. Yes, these are the other guys that I was thinking of. Like, they're kind of gruesome. A little bit. And the wolves. But the #1 creature that caused me the most trauma were the wolves in sheep's clothing, because those were strong for no reason. They did not need to be that strong. Look, he's mad at me. Look at him. He's so angry. But let me go ahead and teleport to basically anywhere, so that that guy doesn't attack me and then force me to, like, beat him up and then wait for the cooldown. So what do you say, Dime? Are you up for another 4? I think we're almost done. So we can do Albi hard mode. Actually, I kind of want to go to Rundal, so it's faster. I think Rundal is faster than Albi. There's the trolling with the wolves. Literally, it was horrible. Because, like, back in the day, so now we're all strong enough. We can handle it. It's not that bad. But back in the day, when you were, like, a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, or however you were when you first logged into Mabi, you're just exploring the world, because we didn't even have fast travel, because fast travel was locked to nighttime. Oh my gosh, this card is so cute. But fast travel was locked to nighttime. Now even that has changed, and you can fast travel whenever you want. But if you wanted to explore during the day, you had to wait until nighttime in Mabi so that you can use the moon gates. So, you know, you would explore a lot. You would literally walk map to map to, you know, just look. And I remember one time I was traveling from Dunbarton to Emain, and I was just walking, and then I saw them, and I was like, oh, there are wolves here. But that's not weird. I'm not wolves, but sheep. So the wolves being there is not that different. There's wolves all the time in that place. But I can handle wolves. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then I saw sheep, and I was like, that's weird. Like, I don't remember sheep being here. And then I'm looking at them more, and I realized that these are in fact not sheep. But by the time I noticed it, it was too late, because they're very hostile. So you know how I stood around the bear, and then for a second, and then it waited to attack me? The wolves dressed in sheep's clothing are pretty much instantly aggressive. So I walk up to them, and I'm like, oh, and then I die. That was it. I died. And then back in the day, you would drop your weapons and stuff if they weren't blessed. And I don't think my stuff was blessed. So I remember being there like, oh no, this is horrible. Unless you wanted Albi. Oh wait, hold on. No, I wanted Kyre. Not Kyre. Rundal. Rundal hard mode. It was horrible. It was horrible. Those wolves in sheep's clothing, I feel like that's a canon event for everybody. Am I in hard mode? Did I not go to hard mode? Rundal hard mode. Move now. Yes. Okay. Maybe I clicked cancel earlier? And you're still in my party? Come here. Step into the light. Guess who's back? Back again. Brony's back. Tell a friend. You needed a bit of a nap? Oh, I'm glad. Are you feeling any better? Yeah, you're in my circle. Beautiful. Let's do it. Let's go over here. Switch to this. Summon Rudo for 2 times walking speed, and then I can still cast spells. For some reason, it reminds me of the wolf laughing meme. Oh yeah, well you are not the but yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. Like, when I tell you, it was actually bad. It was tragic dying in Mabi in the day. No, it's fine. It doesn't really matter, because there's no consequence. But back in the day, it was. Your stuff would get unblessed. You'd drop it if it wasn't blessed. You lost experience points. Wow, you did great. I don't know if I would have made it early Mabi. And hello, Zeno! Welcome in, welcome in. And, I'm sure you would have. Mabi was fun. It was different, but it was fun. How dare he even try to smack me? It's very rude. I'm honestly not that strong right now. No, Rudo! my gosh, I have to desummon him. He got smacked. I don't want him to die, especially how I'm not Harmonic Saint right now. So I can't really heal him. My poor boy got smacked. To be fair, he's too aggressive. he randomly attacked that guy for no reason. You got feathers? Oh, nice. Perfect. Yeah, the wolves in sheep clothing, I'll never forget them. Like, that was my canon event. Like, it was horrible. To be fair, I think some people might have had, like, worse experiences, like running dungeons. Like, imagine running one of the hardest dungeons in that time and then dying and then your stuff falls. That would make me sick. One and for all. May the Catstiff Knights forever be blessed. I want to go hunt. Dime has that, so I'll just grab any stragglers. Nope, there are no stragglers. Dime just beat them up. Beat them up, beat them up. Beat them up, beat them, beat them, beat them up, beat them up. What's that other song? My rival, my idol. Gotta make sure that Dime is there. Yes. Till I'm in the ground. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, that one. That was what I was thinking of. I've actually never seen Chainsaw Man, so I don't know where that came from. I just seen it in, like, memes. My canon event was attacking a cuckoo. LOL, yes. Honestly, I was kind of psychotic. I won't lie. I don't know why. Normally, I don't attack innocent creatures. But what I used to do was... after I found out they did that, I would, like, smack them around a little bit and then run inside the house. I would run inside the house when, you know, they got angry. I don't know, that was such a fun game for me. None of you better attack my cloud or I'm gonna be angry. You're the next one going down! You attacked my cloud, you meanie! My poor cloud. Shadow, wood, sword, thunder, power, sleep. Card captors of the cloud, expect the unexpected now. The secrets of the cloud were all a mystery. But when this mighty book was opened, the powers were set free. Card captors, a mystic adventure. Card captors, a quest for all time. Each card possesses a power of its own. We've got to bring them... find them to bring the power home. Shadow, wood, sword, thunder, power, sleep. Card captors of the cloud, expect the unexpected now. Card captors, do 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 do. Card captors. I feel like singing a song. Okay, Dime got them. So I'll just grab this one guy. And that one. I'll grab this treasure chest. Use it. The way I'm actually using all my Nerite this week. Literally just for these these quests. They be waiting outside to finish you off. LOL. Me? No. Was that it, or do we need to do a few more? 2 more. We got this. Till you're in the ground. I'm glad that Rundal is so much shorter, because, like, this could have been worse. And shortening the dungeons, because the dungeons even used to be longer. It used to be rougher. And you know how I have the vision that allows me to see which of these is glowing? That was not a given. Before, like, when support puppets dropped, that's when I was like, okay, I need them. Because I'm not running a dungeon without the support puppet. It's simply not happening. Oh, there was a treasure chest? I didn't even realize. Aw, man. Can an event level 2 and 3 has to be the spider people in the house and the re-dead? No, yeah. You know what also freaked me out in Majora's Mask? The Happy Mask Salesman. Honestly, the Happy Mask Salesman freaked me out more than the moon ever did. Wait, do these flying swords have a little skeleton on them? That is the cutest. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. And you know what? There was a lot of stuff going on with Majora's Mask. Let me think of another like traumatizing moment, like the Zora. That was so sad, man. The man who wanted to teach his dance. That was also pretty traumatic. But it ended happy, you know? He got to teach his dance in the end. I'm gonna let Dime handle those. And grab these guys on the outskirts. And I'm gonna run to this treasure chest. Dime is significantly faster than me. Yeah, guy is more psycho than Ganondorf and Majora combined, literally. I think we need one more. One more. And then I'm in. You know what I just thought of? In Ragnarok, auto loot was a thing. If you typed in /auto loot, you would automatically pick up any item that fell on the floor. And if you're like, oh, I don't want my inventory to fill up too much, you could always put like specific items. So like if you wanted to do like /auto loot card, whatever, then you would only pick up that item. And then you could do that for multiple items as well. Or you could do like auto loot 30%, you know? And then so if an item was above 30% rarity, then it would let you pick that one up. But in Mabi, we have the dolls. Which is so funny. That guy flew, so he is not a real treasure chest. But now dolls are sort of like auto loot. What if I just meteored? Nice. You might be asking why I didn't use it for the cat thifts. Because they're too spread out. Like, this guy's all the way over here. So I'm actually gonna fight this guy, and then, like, let Dime fight those. I thought of angels choking on their get them drunk on rose water. And then we go over here. Yay! So do I have the Perseus or the Yay! Should I have got this or should I got a different one? Because I do have the demolition. Let me compare them. This one? Yes. I low-key regret it. Should I have gotten a different one? I'm like trying to compare the different stats. Honestly, what I should do is just take this to that one shadow mission. What is that one shadow mission called? The one with the gate on the, like, the border around it where we can fight the little spikes? I won't bother you about the armor next week. Either Knuckles or Control Bars. I have Knuckles. I have the Revenant Splinter Knuckle. Did I make a mistake? I think I made a mistake with the staff, but it's fine. It's fine. Let me go over to the foxes. I'm gonna check the rate of attack on the foxes. No. I don't think it would be fair because this weapon has Azrael, my spirit weapon. So we need to compare Azrael's strength. So let's go to Tirconale Town Square so that we can check the foxes. And then try, I don't know. Let's see how much damage it does. Let's see. Let's just see. I'm gonna do Hailstorm, because that's the skill I use all the time. I'm going the wrong way. Okay, let's see how much damage it does. Where's the fox? I don't want a young brown. Well, this one is young and that one is young, so let's just do one. What is that? 2, 3 something? Did you see what number it was? I missed it. 25391. 25391. I wish you didn't claim it so fast. I know, I wish I didn't either. I got too excited. No! 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 You're telling me that my Demolition Deep Glow is way better than the Fergus one? So all of that time... Can I have a redo, please? No! No! It's okay. It's fine. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. No! No! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's fine. It's fine. No! Oh. What have I done? My dreams come undone. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's literally fine. Because I have everything I need. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. I lack nothing. And you know what? I wouldn't have even wanted anything else because I have the Knuckles. I already have my Revenant Splinter Knuckles. So, and they're masterwork. They're not even exquisite. They're masterwork. Master, okay? Master. It's fine. Bang, 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 bang. But the Ergmon, yeah. It's alright. And the bars would have been great. Ah, it's alright though. It's alright. It's fine. It's fine. Mirai Kitsune is doing Mabi, so I'm thinking rating out to Mirai Kitsune. For control bars, it's mandatory. I don't know if I'm gonna do puppet like that seriously. I just kind of want to do it while we have the event. Not the event, the Arcana, because I want to try the Arcana. But thank you so much for coming, everyone. I had a good time. We did quite a bit of the story. I'm excited for next week. And we also did that event. And next time I won't be so fast on it. I was wrong. I was wrong to have claimed it so early. But I had a good time. Have a good night or morning. See you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet.